All right, it's Christmas, so I thought I would give you my top 10 Xbox games of 2021. I'm going to do this one fully narrated because the last one I did in a little bit of a rush, so let's give you something a little bit better. Let's get into it right now. Starting off the list is Outriders. Outriders had a rocky start, but it is a really fun gameplay loop that involves killing a whole lot of enemies in explodey fashion. Sure, the story isn't that great, but hopping in and slowing down time to blow everything up doesn't really get that old. The loot game is also good if you're into that sort of thing. Age of Empires 4 was an unexpected treat to Xbox Game Pass on PC, and Age of Empires 4 continues the greatness of strategy games of old. You can take a journey through history in this RTS that'll teach you a thing or two, and let you just enjoy destroying your semi-historically accurate enemies. A surprise for me, as it's published by PlayStation, MLB The Show 21 came to Xbox Game Pass and was a really fun baseball game. Okay, I admit I don't know much about baseball games, but I do know that making a big old dumb-looking Waluigi-like character helped make it just a little bit more fun for me anyway. If you like baseball, you should give MLB The Show 21 a shot. It's a home run. I'm so sorry. Okay, I have to admit, I was never a huge fan of Left 4 Dead, just a casual, but Back 4 Blood is a spiritual successor, so if you love that series, you're gonna like this. It somehow adds all of the things that you love about Left 4 Dead, but with a new fancy wrapper. You have all the interesting characters with one-liners that are wonderful, interesting zombies to kill, and of course, playing with your friends just can't be beat. Back 4 Blood is amazing, and I can't wait to see this franchise take off in the future. Okay, full disclosure, this is one I didn't play, but it is on my list. So The Forgotten City. Originally released as a mod for Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, The Forgotten City was released as a standalone game in 2021, and it's heralded as a narrative masterpiece. According to Wikipedia, the game explores the relationship between humanity and its laws. And without going into any more detail, it's one you should probably give a peek. And I should too. Why are there so many good games this year? All right, I am a huge Mass Effect fan, and if you've never played the trilogy, the Legendary Edition includes every single thing you need to experience this in its entirety. Okay, not Pinnacle Station from Mass Effect 1, but let's be honest, you're not missing much. This is hands down one of the greatest trilogies ever created, and if you've never given it a chance, you're doing yourself a disservice. Mass Effect 1 is probably one of my favorite stories ever told, and I realize the gameplay might be clunky today, but it's so good, it's one that you can't miss. Please give Legendary Edition a chance. Flight Simulator may have come out on PC, but the console release opened up the world to a whole new demographic of gamers. Console gamers, of course. Anyone with even an Xbox Series S could now fire up the engine of a Cessna and fly across the world, or just choose a destination they've always dreamt of seeing. I know I flew a place or two myself that I hadn't been to, and it's really, really cool. If you have Game Pass, check out Flight Simulator. It's worth a flight or two. Raz returns in Psychonauts 2 and goes on many mind-bending adventures through, well, people's minds. A platformer with some really interesting storytelling mechanics, Psychonauts 2 will make you smile and think all at the same time. Easily one of the most gorgeous looking games I have ever seen, Forza Horizon 5 took away more time than I'd like to admit because I would get lost in the hours of blazing across the Mexico landscape from the Caldera volcano to the beautiful beaches. Be it trying to beat your friends with insane tricks or just having a blast doing the Battle Royale mode. Yes, you heard that right. There's something for everyone in Forza Horizon 5. It has this just one more race, just one more jump, just one more drive across the desert thing, and it's really, really hard to beat, except for my number one entry. So as this is my personal list, Halo Infinite tops it. Halo Infinite is a game that I love the more I play it. I've now sunk over 100 hours into the game, total across one legendary playthrough where I've completed the campaign, but I'm still on the hunt for all the skulls and just a ton of multiplayer. I seriously can't put it down. Between climbing the ranked ladder and clearing the campaign map, Halo Infinite has that one more game or one more outpost going for it, and I just can't put it down. It's great to have Halo back. This series is probably the reason that I'm in the industry today, and Halo Infinite just hits all of the right notes across the board. I'm so happy to have a wonderful shooter that just feels right, and I'm continually working on my game to try and perfect my capabilities within the engine. If you haven't tried out Halo Infinite, I mean, the multiplayer is free. You don't really have an excuse. And honestly, between this and Forza Horizon 5, either could easily be a number one. So I went with my personal pick, which is Halo Infinite, but Forza Horizon 5 is just as good. There were so many great games this year. I really appreciate you listening to my list, and I hope you have been having some good gaming greatness this year. An honorable mention here, I'm going to talk about Death's Door. It's one that I hadn't played, but Death's Door is a very charming adventure game that will likely remind you of an old Legend of Zelda, but more importantly, it's an interesting new entry into the genre that blew a lot of people away. Mid-year, it was on everyone's favorites list, so I had to give it a mention. So that's my personal list. I recognize that there are a lot of games that probably aren't mine that might be on yours, such as Resident Evil. I know was one that a lot of people have enjoyed. I know a lot of people are going to say that maybe Death's Door or Forza Horizon should be on the number one entry. You might even argue that Flight Simulator should be near the top of the list. But this is just my personal list. This is stuff that has jumped out to me as worth your time via at least word of mouth for the Forgotten City. It's one that is definitely high on my must-play list if I could tear myself away from Halo Infinite for a minute. But I would like to hear also what you think. Do you think anything on my list is higher on your personal list? Are there games that I missed that maybe should have been included that weren't? Let me know about it in the comments below. Xbox just had an absolutely phenomenal year, and adding to the fact that a lot of these games are on Xbox Game Pass, not all of them, but a lot of them, there's just so much gaming greatness to experience on Xbox right now. It makes me really, really happy for the future of where we're going with the ecosystem that Xbox has been offering, and I can't wait to see what else is going to blow us away in 2022. So besides your personal list, please share that in the comments below. Let me know what you're looking forward to most in 2022. I might be making a video about that in the near future. Hey, I'm going to get out of here, but as always, I want to thank you for watching my videos or subscribing this year. If you would like to subscribe, please consider hitting that button, hitting that bell to know when it goes live. I have memberships turned on YouTube. Memberships are something that I was allowed to turn on YouTube, so I activate it and I turn off ads for anybody that supports as a member. Thank you so much to all of the members who have supported the channel. I'm going to get out of here. Have a wonderful holiday, and I'll see y'all soon.